Hello, folks. My name is Detroit Miracle, and I'm coming back to you from another warm and lovely summer day. Oh, yeah, and we need a lot more of these type of days, too. Indeed. Well, people, what is happening in the world today? I have that question to ask all of you, and I want you all to think about it. Look at the state of the world now. And how do you see your place in that very world which is here? What do you think in terms of your size and significance in life as a whole? The reason I ask y'all that is because society wants y'all to believe that all of y'all are small on a tiny scale and degree. They don't want y'all to think of yourselves as being vastly enlarged and in complete control of your situation as well. You know, they don't want y'all to think that your voice is big enough to be heard. Exactly, people. Now do you understand what I'm saying? And they want you to think that, you know, if you become famous like a celebrity or you become a prominent political figure, then you'll have a voice, then you'll be much more prominent amongst society's upper echelon. Yeah, folks, they want y'all to think those things. Look at what's happening in the world today. You know, there are major wars going on. Major, when you talk about on the scale of world wars, yeah, when you talk about that stuff that's happening in Ukraine amongst the Russians and Ukrainians and what's happening with the Arabics and Jews, all of that is on a scale of something immense on a worldwide scale because, yeah, there are Jewish people and Arabic people everywhere, and if they don't like each other, then, you know, what do you think they would go to with links to show that they would go to prove that they don't like each other? And henceforth, you look at the war in the Middle East, then you say the Ukrainians are at war. You know, some people will be like, well, that's their business, is way over there, it doesn't pertain to us. But things could escalate and become much more bigger than they are at that time. Yeah, folks. And then when you have wars going on and then the majority of the populations are voting against the wars and they're saying, stop that war, don't support it. And then you still send tens of billions to support a war. Then in a way, you make the people feel like their voice doesn't matter in ways like, okay, but how does votes matter, and how does votes elect political officials into office? But once the officials get into office, they don't need the people anymore, or what the people say doesn't matter to them anymore. Or they can say, oh, well, you know, I'm in office now, and shrug it off like, hey, since you guys were powerful enough to elect me into office, but once I'm in, then, you know, your opinions and feelings don't matter much to me. And all political officials are sort of in that position. Like if you elect a governor, a mayor, a president, a senator, a House of Representatives, like they need your votes, or it appears as though they need you to vote them in. But once they're in, you might feel like you made a big mistake, but it's too late to do anything about it. I mean, with all elected officials in general, and especially those that don't do everything they promise the people that they will do for them. So I'm being general right now. And it's the system too, the way the system is. I know I'm venting some of my frustration now, and it's true. And like I said, those are serious issues when you have major wars being fought out amongst major superpowers on the planet that actually have large militaries, large armaments, you know, large settlements in society, and then you're seeing cities getting bombed and people being killed. That's insanity. That's So anybody that will attack a country and destroy and kill innocent people, that's a crime. That makes them a criminal. Then why aren't they obligated to face a trial for that, or face judgment? It's like I said before, if you label something war related, then it seems like you get immunities from it. What if street gangs and crime organizations designated that their criminal acts would now fall under the war statute? Like if they did any violent type of criminal act, they could call it war so that they will not be arrested. Do y'all think that they would have a point that they are making? Do you think they are obligated and have the right to make that point? Like larger scale countries that attack other countries, and then where you would see tens of thousands of people being killed rather than 2 or 3 at a time here or there in some story that you see about in the media, social media, or on any news station that comes on, whether it's the nightly news or local news. Yeah, I'm still venting here. Yeah, people, you got to recognize your significance, your size, your importance, and recognize all your rights that you have. You have a right to speak out on social media. You got a right to get podcast channels and hold discussions about things in life and in society that you disagree with. You can't say that you are not important enough or famous enough to do those type of things because you are relevant and significant enough to do that, and then you will gain more fame and popularity as you go along. But people are like, hey, if I'm not like some big famous Hollywood star, like that gets red carpet treatment, 7-course meals, limousine rides, tuxedos, and things like that, then it's not worth me speaking out. Now, people feel like that in general, but not me. I don't feel that way. Because you see that I speak out against dilemmas, issues, problematics, and things like that. Well, those of you who know me well and have been watching my messages are well aware that I do. And I try to be fair as best as I possibly can. Yeah, folks. Well, I'd appreciate it if you all would give me those likes right now and comments, and feel free to subscribe to my channel. Yeah, I know y'all are sick of hearing me talk by now, so I'm going to call it quits right now, but I'll be back.